Everybody, look who I ran into. It's Adam the Woo.
It's me.
Now, for the few people that haven't heard
awkward. I'm used to filming myself, not having someone else put a camera in my face. Okay.
Now
I'm good.
Now, for the people who haven't heard of you, can you just tell a little bit about your channel?
Yeah, I have 2 channels, Adam the Woo, which I never use, and TheDailyWoo, which has become my more current upload stuff, which I've been doing videos on both channels. The first channel I started almost 10 years ago. I started on New Year's Eve, 2009. And then my daily channel, which I don't do daily anymore, TheDailyWoo, I've been doing for like 7 years.
Now, why did you start a YouTube channel?
I like the format of it. I was never good at photography. I was better at just holding a camera and walking around showing stuff. So that kind of prompted my idea of like, let me not take pictures of stuff because I don't have the talent of a photographer. Let me do more like a video style. That's kind of
Would you consider yourself like an historian in a way? Because you travel all over, you see different places.
I'm very interested in history. I'm very interested in checking things out. So I guess you could say an amateur historian.
Now, how did you come up with the name Adam the Woo? Obviously, your first name is Adam, but how about the Woo part?
I just made it up. It doesn't mean anything. I just made it up on a whim. I was sitting at a bus stop, waiting for the bus, and I had it's a weird story, but I had a stamp pad set that you could like take little tweezers and pull out these little rubber things to replace the letters. And I was just making up these unusual fake names as a last name, and I came up with Adam the Woo. And I used to sell on eBay, and I didn't want to use my real name on eBay, so I just made up this fake name, Adam the Woo, judging by the stamp pad that I had made the return address label for Adam the Woo, and then I created that for my eBay account, and then it just transferred over into YouTube. And there you go.
You got any advice for anyone who wants to do a YouTube channel?
Any advice? Just do it. Yeah, just don't think about it. The best thing to do is just learn as you go. So make the mistakes, pick up the camera, and just go out and do stuff.
Now, in about a year and a half or so period, you did a lot of changes. You know, you sold the van, you got the RV, you moved into California, you left. What was that process? How did all those steps fall into place? This is a big change.
Basically, my life is based on a lot of just whimsical thoughts. So like one day I'll wake up and say, I don't want my van anymore, I'm gonna go sell my van. The next day I go sell the van. Or I want to buy an RV, so I'll go buy an RV. Or I'm gonna move to Hollywood, I'll move to Hollywood. So nothing is really planned out in advance. A lot of it's just kind of a day-to-day, like flipping a coin mentality. So I wish I could say there was a game plan behind it, but there really isn't. A lot of it's just kind of flipping, just decision making.
Was there more disadvantages or advantages to having the RV?
Disadvantages.
Because I would think, especially if you want to do stuff in big cities, it'd be harder to park and to find a place to go.
Yeah, it was a mistake, definitely, getting the RV, from my point of view, because I'm not a slow-paced guy. Like I like to move very quickly. Like one day I want to jump on a plane and fly to the other coast. You can't really do that in an RV. Or if you want to drive 20 hours non-stop, you don't really want to do that in an RV. You want to do that in a smaller, more gas-efficient vehicle. So for me, personally, I would never buy another RV.
Do you ever plan to do more like New England stuff? Because I know a lot of people ask you about going to the Northeast.
I'd like to. Nothing on the agenda yet, but maybe one day.
And what's your favorite video you ever filmed?
Oh, that's a tough one. There's too many. There's thousands of videos. I don't know. I don't think I have a favorite. Honestly, I don't think I have a favorite. It's too many to choose from.
What would be you consider your worst, or you wish you would have done a lot better on?
What's the what?
What would you say would probably be the worst one that you could have done better on?
Some of my early stuff is a little cringy. Definitely could have taken a little more time with the filming. I wish I could go back in the first few years of my YouTube career, redo some of those videos, and my attitude towards stuff didn't really realize people would watch it. So some of the humor I would inject into there doesn't really translate to what I was trying to go for. I try to take a more serious tone with stuff now.
Now basically as a YouTuber, you're your own boss. Do you find it harder working for yourself or working for someone else?
I find it hard working for someone else. I'm pretty motivated, I'm self-motivated, so working for myself is pretty easy because I have a lot of interest, so it's easy for me to get out of bed and go do something. It's difficult for me to get out of bed and punch a clock. That's more difficult for me and have someone you know, you may not admire or may not respect telling you what to do. It's easier to someone that you respect yourself to tell you what to do. So I think for someone who's not self-motivated, it would be tough. But for me, it's pretty easy.
And last couple questions. If there's any place you want to visit you haven't yet, where would it be and why?
Gosh, I've been to a lot of places. I would like to go to the Popeye building at is it Malta, I think it is. I would like to go there one day. I always say that, but I've never gone. I'd like to go there. But I've been to a lot of places. I've crossed a lot of stuff off my bucket list.
Any other like international locations like Europe or anything you'd like to do?
People always ask me about the international, but I love the U.S. I feel like the way my mind works, if I went international, I would probably eventually sell my stuff again and never have a place to live. So as I've gotten older, I try to have more of a home life and actually try to be home more. I think once I went international, it would just open up the floodgates to where I would always be thinking about, well, where can I be every day? And I would never be able to kind of decompress. So I try to just stick to the U.S. For now. But.
And the last question I wanted to ask you, you used to do a lot of abandoned places, but you largely stopped that. Why is that?
No more abandoned.
That was fun.
Legal issues, and I just didn't find the enjoyment in it anymore. Too many people were doing it, doing it way better than I was. So both of those balance, but a lot of the legal issues.
Did you find it very dangerous usually? Because a lot of places are falling apart. There could be unsavory characters around.
It's more the legal after the fact, because you're breaking the law, you're trespassing, so there's a crime. So I just got tired of doing that. I just kind of like ran its course.
In just in case anyone doubt it, this is me and I'm here with him.
Yeah.
This is not an impersonator. I'm actually here and he's actually here.
Yep.
All right, well, this is cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
One time we have time, I'd love to sit down and do a more extensive interview, if you don't mind. And I have a whole bunch of questions I already written down at home, just in case it ever happened. Of course, now that I'm on the spot, I can't think of them, but...
I know where it is.
Okay. Well, thanks.
Yeah, dude.
Cool to meet you.
Nice bumping into you.